Hey, what's up everybody? Scott Zlatev here, and if you're in a position right now where you want to make a lot more money, achieve a lot more results by spending half the time, then you're going to want to pay attention to this entire video and everything that I'm about ready to teach you, because about 2 years ago I was in that exact position. I was in a place where I had no time and I had no money because I was working a full-time job. I just found out that I was going to have a daughter come into the world. That's when I ended up looking for different solutions online, different business options to be able to make more money. Well, the problem was, I was working full-time, 40 hours a week, and I was broke, so I had no advertising budget whatsoever to do anything with. Okay, so what I had to do is I had to grind it out. So I found a few mentors who taught me strategies that, mentors like Dave Wood, at the time there's Cedric Harris, Lawrence Tam, just a ton of different people that I actually started masterminding with. Jamie Soriano, another person that really showed me some different strategies, some different things that allowed me to get to where I am today. And it wasn't without a lot of effort, and I had to have very good use of my time, because working full-time and not having any money to do any outsourcing, any paid media, anything, you got to know what you're doing, and you got to cut right through the bullshit, and you got to start producing. Okay, so that's exactly what this video is going to be about, because like I said when I first started this conversation, by the way, I'm like all scrubbed out. I just got out of the shower, and this is what happens when you go from working all the time to not working all the time. You kind of lounge around a bit. No, I think I'll do a little bit here and I'll do a little bit there throughout the day. Maybe go work out. I just had a shower, and frankly, I just don't care what I look like now. So back to the story. When I first came online, I had, like I said, no time, no money, so I had to do it the hard way. Now it's only hard if you make it hard, and I'm going to actually show you some different things here that are going to maybe help you out a little bit. So no matter what business you're in, you'll be able to take some huge value away from this. Okay, you'll be able to produce a lot more results in the least amount of time possible. Okay, but the biggest part is you have to take action, you have to focus. Okay, so no matter what company you're with, you can apply these things to whatever it is that you want to accomplish, whether it's more sales, more leads, anything like that. Okay, so obviously traffic, more traffic equals better leads equals more sales. Okay, so when I first started, I was working full-time job, like I said before, and so my full-time job was from 8 to 5. Okay, and so I had time before, I had my lunch break, and then I had the time after work. Okay, so what I'm going to teach you is how to do this with your business. Okay, right now, if this was a time scale, okay, I'm just going to say this is a time scale. Okay, this is exactly what I'm going to teach you. I don't know if you can actually see that. Yeah, you can see that a little bit. These markers kind of suck. So basically this represents your time in your business. Okay, now what's going to happen in the beginning stages of your business, no matter where you're at, and some people, you might have been online for a long time, and if you have been online for more than a year and you're not making about $5,000 a month or something along that line, one, it might be what you're promoting, but two, it might be because you don't understand this type of concept yet. But you will once this is done, and if you're brand new, then you're in a really good spot because you're going to learn some really good stuff here. So what happens is when you start in your business, when you start in your business and you have no advertising budget whatsoever, you can't advertise, you can't outsource, anything like that. That was my situation, because I was flat broke. I was down to $25 left in my bank account when I started my online business. Okay, so you start out and your time is way up here, and then over time it decreases. Now this is time spent in business activity. Business activity. I'm not a good speller, so we're gonna do something I learned from another person at an event. We put this little box up here, and if you see something that's not spelled right, you just grab whatever letter and put it in here for me, okay? Because I suck at spelling. So this is your business activity. When you first start, all your time is spent in business activity, okay? Then as you start going through your marketing, through the course of a period of time, your business activity will start to decrease quite a bit, really, because over here is where you start getting into paid advertising to leverage your time. You're getting into you're paying people to do your stuff, basically, when you get to here. Okay, now you never really want to get completely away from your business, but maybe you maybe spend 4 hours a week, like the 4-Hour Work Week. If you haven't read that book, I really recommend that you get that book and read through it. Sorry, the train goes through all the time, so we'll just talk over it. But so then what happens is, so if this is your time, so this represents your time, then over here represents the amount of money that you create, or your profit. Okay, now what's the purpose of you being in business? What's the purpose of any business that you have? Okay, now this is something that eluded me for a long time because I didn't have proper mentors when I was growing up. I had a job mentality type of influences throughout most of my life. So most of my life it was about making ends meet, making enough money to pay the bills, that type of thing. Buy your next car, your next thing, whatever's going to make you feel better. But the purpose of the only purpose of a business is to get into profit. Okay? If you're not into profit, you're running a non-profit organization, and usually those things are the ones that feed the homeless and take women and children in and all that stuff. And those are great, and we need all those things, but your purpose right now is to be in business to profit. So the fastest thing that we have to do, the first thing we have to do, is get you into profit. So, and that could take some time, and especially whatever it is that you might be promoting, that could have some influences on that as well, and I'll get into that a little bit later. So when you first get started, you're making no money, right? So you have to do your business activity. So automatically, your business activity is going to be free strategies. Okay, so we're just going to say free strategies. We'll spell it out, kind of. Free strategies, okay? So your free strategies are going to be what? Let's just kind of write some down here. You're going to do articles. You're going to do videos. You're going to do Facebook stuff on Facebook. That's basically the main three. Okay, so videos like YouTube. YouTube, which, by the way, my YouTube account just got shut down. One of them, kind of sucks. But it's actually the second one that I got shut down, and which reminds me, while I'm actually talking about this subject right now, if you have a YouTube account, keep it really clean. Don't be really spammy, and if there's something that's really hot, don't put that in your titles. Unfortunately, that affects SEO. Unfortunately, that will affect your rankings. Which one of the things that I actually used and I ended up switching to. I'll hopefully, if I remember, I'll include a link down below for it. It's a video hosting. It's a self-hosting site that I actually use, and it's easy. I'll have to look it up, but it's like an easy video something. But I'll look it up, and I'll include a link down below if you want to get that. It's unbelievable what this thing does, but it allows you to self-host it so that you don't ever have to worry ever again about your YouTube account ever being shut down. Because if you're like most people, they don't have a backup for all their files, and for me that was not the problem. The problem was that I cut so many videos that when my YouTube account got, you know, shut down, I was like, I had so many videos out there that I don't know where half of them are. So the problem isn't that, you know, well, yeah, it's gone. I still have them on a backup, but now I got to go back through and spend all that time, you know, uploading them. Or I can pay somebody to do it, but, you know, I don't trust that many people with my online stuff. So I might have to end up maybe having my assistant do that here pretty soon. But so I'll include the link, and you can check it out. And it's I think it's like $200 one time, and the things that you can do with it, it's really, really cool. Like a lot of the stuff that you've probably seen from myself and, you know, a lot of these other top leaders, you know, they use the same type of hosting that I'm talking about. So I'll include a link and you can check it out. So it's going to be articles, videos, and Facebook is primarily what you're going to do. You know, and in that, because of your articles, you're going to be syndicating through Facebook. You're going to be syndicating through Twitter. Okay, so you're going to do Twitter. You know, basically all social media stuff. And you're going to be doing G+. G+ is huge, okay? Especially with all the stuff that's going on with the panda, penguin, and zebra, whatever else they decide to come up with next. The different updates and stuff. G+ is really huge for SEO purposes. So focus on some G+ activity in your marketing and in your article writing and things that you do. And that'll really help you out. So basically, you know, all of this is basically nothing but social media, you know, social media sharing. And then there's all these different bookmarking sites, all that stuff. But I'm not going to get into any of that. I'm going to get into the concepts and how to use your time and how to maximize your time so that your productivity is way up here, and your production and your results is way up here, and your time spent is half of what everybody else spends. Because remember, when I first started, I was producing the same type of similar results as most of these full-time marketers, and I was doing it part-time without outsourcing. Okay, now I'm going to get into the guts on how I was able to do that stuff and how I was able to collapse time frames. That's kind of a terminology, collapsing time frames, being able to bend time so that you're doing something in 2 minutes, which takes another person a half hour to 45 minutes. Pretty cool trick. I'm going to show you how to do that. So what ends up happening, you're going to be spending all your time in free strategies when you first start, and you have no money. But then because of the free strategies, and again depending on the offer and the percentages that you receive from those offers, you know, it could be 30%, could be 60%, could be 100%. Obviously 100% is better. You know, do the math. So depending on your percentages is the faster you're going to accelerate to profit. Okay, if you're doing 30% or 15% or 50% or whatever, or maybe you're in a, you know, an opportunity, some specific type of network marketing company. If you're with one of those, you look at your percentages, and you know, typically, especially doing stuff online, you really got to lead with a front-end proposal. If you don't know what a front-end proposal is, basically it's something to help fund your marketing, and it's a generic offer that you present to somebody up front. Okay, I'll actually include down below, I'll include a link that you know, shows one of the ones that I use that's been very effective for me. But a front-end offer allows you to be able to, it's generic enough to where everybody wants it and everybody can use it, and you can make money from it in the process, and then you can promote and build your primary company on the back end because you've already developed a customer who you already know they got a credit card and they can just pull it out and buy right now. You know, you already know that they can join, you already know that they can buy because they have a credit card, because they bought that front end offer. Then the second thing is that there's an invested trust in there, an invested mutual benefit to both of you. You want them to be successful, so then there's that connection point. So then they start to look to you for guidance. They look to you for leadership and direction on what to do, you direct them in what they do on this front end offer, and then, hey, you know, are you open to other ways of making money? Well, who isn't, right? So then you say, well, you know, I also have another business if you'd like to take a look at that. Well, sure. So then, boom, you can promote your other business on the back end of your front end proposal. That's what a front end offer is, and that's how all the internet works. Okay, that's how I've built my businesses. That's how every single leader that I know have built their businesses, is through front end proposal systems like that. So, where was I? Okay, so depending on the offer, like I said, the front end proposal, you're going to be starting down here in your money. You know, you have no money, but then eventually your money is going to come up. It's going to increase. Okay, so this is your money line, and this is your work line. Okay, so this is the optimal on how we want to have our business produce. And the better the offer that you have, okay, the better offer that you have that converts higher and has a higher commission payout percentage-wise, gets you from start to here faster. Okay, if you don't have one, if you have one that's kind of a lower commission product that takes a lot of time, that's what it's going to take. It's going to take a lot of time to get you from here to here. Okay, so how can we use this knowledge to be able to produce more with less time? Okay, so first off, right off the bat, we're doing free strategies, right? So that's going to take some time. And you guys, get this through your head right now. This was something that I learned, you know, fairly quickly. You're always spending something, okay, when it comes to marketing. You're always spending either your time or you're spending your money. And to me, my time, now that I'm making money, I see how valuable my time was because of a lot of different things that I kind of had to sacrifice. I did, you know, but looking back now, it was absolutely worth it. And had I known then what I know now, and some of the things that I'm going to be teaching you throughout the rest of this video, it would have lessened the pain a little bit. Okay, now first off, let's get to articles. Okay, actually, you know what? So we got this. Okay, we know exactly what we're going to do here. Okay, obviously, I'm going to leave these things so that I can reference these guys. So let me just tell you what happened when I first started. Okay, so right off the bat, I had blocks of my time that were automatically taken up. Okay, so I had 8 a.m. To 5 p.m. Monday through Friday, right? And then I had a lunch break from 12 to 1. So this was lunch. So we got lunch here. And then this was taken up from here to here. Was all taken up. So this was work. Because I had a day job. You know, I was a pretty decently paid graphic designer, doing stuff full time. You know, so that now you got your chunks of time here. Okay, you already know this and this is gone. Okay, so from here, from 8 to noon. Now this is just my examples. Okay, this is just my examples. So you apply whatever time frames that you have to you. Okay, so 8 to noon. Okay, and then from 1 to 5. So 8 to noon, 1 to 5, completely gone. Okay, so I had 1 hour for lunch. Okay, now this was 8. My commute was like 20 minutes, so I'd usually leave about 7:30. So if I was going to leave about 7:30, well shoot, what would happen if I got up early, right? This is your business, right? Treat it as such. Wake up early. So I'd wake up at 5 a.m. Okay? So now, I've got some time that I found in here. Okay? Then down here, of course you gotta eat, right? So you got, dinner, 6. So let's say dinner's at 6 p.m. And let's say that you spend an hour with your family. Dinner and an hour. So, commute time, all that stuff. So you're done with all this stuff at 7. So right now, the way I'm showing you is you got this. All this time here, actually you're sleeping up there. So you got this time here, and then you got 1 hour here. Okay, so this 6:37. So you got an hour and a half here. You got an hour here. Then here, depending on how ambitious you are, depending on how much you take action. Are you an action taker? Are you a person that's going to kick ass and take names? Are you a person that's going to burn the midnight oil? Did you know it's okay to stay up a little late? Did you know that the human body can actually sustain a pretty decent existence on 4 to 5 hours of sleep a night? Did you know that? Yeah, I mean, you're not like the pinnacle of health, but you can do it for periods of time, right? So, the way I was doing it, it was a process. And there were some times where I was up until 2 a.m. and sometimes, most of the time is between 12 a.m. to 2 a.m. So I would wake up at 5, okay, and I would not get to bed until 12 or 2 a.m., okay? Now the reason why I had to do that was because of the commission models that I was dealing with. Okay, the offers that I had didn't pay me well enough to sustain working less, okay? And it's mainly because I didn't have money to pay somebody else to do something, or because I couldn't afford any type of advertising. Hang on, let me get a drink of water here really quick. Mouth's kind of going dry. I had this, I went to the dentist for the first time in like 10 years. I'm serious, okay? Now see, you look at my teeth, they look all good and everything, but there's this thing that they said, something about gingivitis and tartar control or some weird thing like that, and I always got compliments on my teeth, so I didn't really care. And then I was actually at the gym, and one of my friends, she was going to doing this dental hygiene stuff, and totally off topic. I'll get back to this, but just kind of got my mind all kind of mixed up, because whenever I drink, I feel this like little eek on my teeth. You like that sound effects? Eek. Basically, I had to have them root around there and take off all this calcium deposits and stuff from my teeth, and then go in there and numb it up, and I had like 4 sessions, and oh my god. So floss and go to the dentist. That's what I absolutely recommend after not going for so many years. Anyway, back to the subject at hand. Sorry, ADD, that's kind of what happens. You just kind of get all over, That's why I buy a lot of stuff too. I'll be just, I'll go through different courses or something like that, and I'll just, I see the add to cart button, I'll just click on it. Yeah, happens all the time. I'm sure you probably experience the same thing. That's why I actually can't walk into a lot of electronic stores, because I literally have to fight from buying something in an electronic store. I mean seriously, when I go there, like Best Buy, I'll go to Best Buy and they have like this deal, and I've got to stop myself from buying, I actually have to say, okay, Scott, I know that you want to pull your credit card out, and I know that you want to buy now, but wait, because It's a mind thing. So, because I love technology, even if I mean, I'm sure you're watching this right now. You probably agree. It's like you like these techie tools. They're like cool, you know. And then you think, well, I already got 1, 2, 3 computers. What do I need another one for? It's a tablet. I don't have a tablet. Oh, okay. What am I going to use it for? Exactly. Yeah. So I don't know. One of these days, I might actually just get one. You know, I might just buy one just to get it and maybe watch on movies. I actually bought one for my little girl, and we do FaceTime all the time. I spent like $800 on the whole setup. I mean, it's crazy. Anyway, so back to here. So from 7 to whatever time. Let's just be kind of conservative here, and let's just say 11 p.m. Okay, so that gives you a pretty good amount. All right. So now, what can you do in these different time frames? Okay, then you also have to work. And I don't really call people. So this really wasn't conducive for calling. I'm going to show you why I didn't call people, and I'm going to show you why it is I don't recommend you call people either. Okay, unless they've already bought stuff from you. If they've bought stuff from you, then yeah, absolutely call them, because more than likely whatever they bought from you, there's some sort of next step, or there's an upsell where they have an opportunity to buy more from you. Okay, or you want to connect with them and promote your primary opportunity to them, and ask them if they're open to making even more money than what they signed up for with you to begin with. Okay, but again, I'm going to show you some different strategies to make it so that it just completely alleviates you from the whole process in general. Okay, now again, back to the very beginning, that graph. Okay, you remember that graph? The stuff that I'm going to be teaching you is going to keep you. It's going to take your time, but it's going to be so worth it in the next 6 months. Okay, next 6 months of your business, you're going to see it's going to be so worth it, because the amount of the little bit of time that you have to actually spend. Okay, so right here, this is what I would do. I would do research and get ideas for an article to write. Okay? So research for an article, and if I still had time, depending on whatever I was researching, I might have been doing an article about some sort of writing tips. Might have been doing an article for some leadership development, some personal development. Those things I can just kind of come off the cuff and come just right off the fly with. Some of the things that actually require some research is like company reviews, leader reviews, anything that requires research to figure out, to be able to talk intelligently about it. At least kind of pretend that you know what you're doing, right? So I'd research and I'd start writing my article. Okay. Now this is before I had some really cool devices like this guy, like an iPhone, and I know that there's tons of different smartphones out there, and I'm actually going to get into a really cool trick with my iPhone here on some of the stuff that I use my iPhone with, that I learned here recently. It's pretty darn cool, and I've actually done it several times. It works like a charm. So you got an hour here, so what I would do is I would write my article. Okay, and before I learned about what I'm about to tell you about collapsing time frames, I would try to work in calling people here too. So if you're a phone person, you can call people because it's a good time to call, right? So you could also call people here. Okay. So now what's that? You've just worked in, and of course you got to eat. So I mean, the average person, seriously, if you don't go buy lunch and you pack your damn lunch, okay? Because I mean, if you're flat broke, you can't afford to go out to Denny's every single time or something like that. So pack a lunch, right? Work that up in here in the morning. Pack a lunch. Okay? Eat lunch, takes you 20 minutes, you got 40 minutes left. Write articles and call people, if you still call people. Okay? Then you got work, come home, dinner time. This is really, really important, and I didn't realize how important it was until you know, these days. This time with your family is very, very important. And you know, 1 hour of quality time is so critical to relationships, especially if you have kids. You know, it's so critical to have that time with them, to let them know that you're there, you care about them, and that you know, they need your love. They do need you in their life. So you know, at least 1 hour, you know, dedicate to them. And again, this is applied to whatever your time frame is, you know, and depending on the offer that you have, okay, you can spend less time here because you're making more, right? So if you're making more with higher commission rates and higher converting offers, then you're spending less time working, and you're getting through this much faster, okay? We're talking lightning speed faster, okay, with the right offers. So from 7 to 11, so what's that? I'm bad at math. 6 hours? So you got 6 hours, right? Is that right? No, it's 5 hours. 4 hours? 8, 9, 10, 11. 4 hours. So yeah, it just kind of goes to show that you don't have to be a really highly intelligent person to make a bunch of money online, and you definitely don't have to be good at math. And I'm not good at math, and I'm not really good at spelling either. So, guess you don't have to be bright and brilliant. So you got 4 hours down here. So grand total that you have to deal with in your life. Now this is just an example, okay? Again, apply whatever your situation is. 1, 2, 6.5 hours. So you have 6.5 hours that you just found to dedicate to your business, okay? Now, what do we spend this 6.5 hours doing? Okay, that is a critical point. One thing I learned from one of my mentors is you spend your time doing activities that produce income. Okay? Activities that produce income. Always remember that. Spend your time doing activities that produce income. What things produce income? Articles. If you don't know how articles produce income, you know, go through one of my other trainings about attraction marketing. You write an article about something that somebody else finds value in. Okay? They find your article either through, you know, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Google. Gosh, there's so many different social media sites. By the way, that we teach in one of our trainings on how to syndicate content. Okay? So they find your articles. You talk about value. You gear your article toward a specific topic of value for the other person. Just like you're watching this right now. You're watching this because you value what I'm giving you, because I just told you that what I'm about to share with you will double your results in half the time. Okay? Now, wasn't that something that you really wanted? Right, so I'm providing you value. Okay? So you do something of value. If you don't know about this stuff, you learn this stuff by, being in our company. You can join companies, you can join offers that teach you stuff like this. Then you can repeat in your own words and give value out into the marketplace, which then attracts more people to you, and then they come and join you, right? They join you in whatever deal you've got, and then the cycle keeps going. Okay? That's how you make money. That's how you train other people to be leaders. So then we got videos. And again, you know, if you know some of this stuff, you know, this is some of this a lot of people know, and some people are different. Some people you know, might not know some of this. I mean, I was just talking with a buddy of mine a few days ago, and I just assumed that he knew about a different way to use Aweber and do some capture page stuff, and he didn't even know it even existed. So you never really know what a person knows, so just apply whatever you take from this and just dump the rest. Okay? So then, big one, emails. Okay? So you got articles, videos, emails, and then syndication. Okay, so, and then of course, in here you've got your sales, okay, and hopefully whatever offer it is that you have, like the one that we have, they actually do the selling for you, okay. So you know, we don't have to worry about coming up with all the different sales videos and the capture pages and all this stuff. All we have to do is focus on you know, a few things, you know, blogging, which is articles and videos. You know, that's really all that we have to focus on. But you might be in a different situation. You might have to focus on all this stuff. Okay? So if that's you, and we focus on emails too. So we actually focus on all this stuff, but we don't have to do the sales videos. Okay, so if you're whatever offer that you have, a lot of times I don't recommend going with company sales letters. Unless they're really proven to convert really well. Some company sales letters, they don't produce very well. And another thing that you can do is you can include your own bonuses in those sales letters, create your own sales video, and a lot of times, if you know what you're doing, you can sell it 10 times better. So articles, we already covered on writing articles. So you spend your time writing articles, and when you write and when you're going to do an article, you want to spend that time. I mean, one of the best things that I remember doing, I was really busy. I mean, I had so many different things that I was juggling at the same time. There was one time, most of the time when I was working, I actually took my laptop to the bathroom with me to do my paperwork. Kid you not. You know, collapsing time frames, leveraging your time, right? But see, you know, 6.5 hours, I was able to do in 6.5 hours what a lot of people were doing in 18 hours, spending 18 hours doing it. I was able to do that in 6.5, okay? So, one of the first things about articles that you can do is make use of a phone, okay? Now, I don't know about all phones, but my phone has this capability, okay? You go to, like, your notes, your notepad, or, you know, a lot of them have emails, okay? You got your emailer, okay? Now, with my phone specific, probably got a commission that just rolled in. With my phone specifically, you can create a note, okay? And if you have one of these iPhones, right down here on this button right here, this is a microphone. Okay, I don't know if you can see that, but there is a microphone button that's right next to this space bar. Okay, so now what this is, it's a voice activation. And what you do is you talk into it and it writes it for you. Okay, this is how you can write more articles while you're, you know, walking the dog, while you're driving. If you do it driving, hold it like this, you know, let's be safe here. You can do it a lot of different ways. But so for example, let's just say that I was going to talk about you know, continuing with this. Now, the one thing I will tell you is that you'll have to kind of practice with this a few times because you have to actually include periods, and it's kind of a different style, but you can just free flow if you want to. So, you know, I just hit the button, and right now it's actually recording my voice as I'm talking to you. So I can say in this anything that I want to, and it's going to pick this up, and it's going to write exactly what I said. Now, it might not do it exactly to the letter, But you'll see in a minute when it's all done, and you'll see how fast it actually writes every single thing that I just said to you, period. Okay, now see, I had to end with period. Every sentence you have to end with period, exclamation point, whatever. But I just wrote, let me click on done here. This is just an example, okay? Now, how long would that have taken me to type all that stuff? Now see, depending on how you are, oh, and by the way, so you can take this, right? So you can take this, and there's this little button right here, okay? You see all these options? Now you can mail it. You can email yourself a copy of this, and just store it in like some folder that you have articles, and then go through and edit it. Okay, that's one way, because you can talk a whole heck of a lot faster depending on the article, of course. You might have an article that you're writing that you need to do some research. So in that case, you could pop this out if you wanted to, or you can type. Whatever. I'm just giving you some ideas on how to speed up your process and speed up your time. So articles. That's one way of speeding up your articles. Okay, so you can use your phone or any other type of device that you can think of. That's a way of speeding up your articles. Another way is once you start making money, of course, is outsourcing. So let's get into videos. Okay, videos, in my opinion, there's so many different ways you can do video. Okay, you can do videos that are entertaining. You can do videos that take and suck up a lot of your time. You can do videos to promote things. You can do videos that are just eye grabbers. I mean, there's so many different usages for video. You can do videos like this for training, but as you can see, we're running at 42 minutes right now. Okay, so a 42-minute video, you got to have some pretty darn good content for somebody to last as long as they do for 42 minutes. Okay, so if you're just starting, I wouldn't recommend doing huge long videos, but you can. One thing that I would do is when I first started, what I would do is I would use video to leverage the SEO and they call it link juice. Well, not really link juice, but the ranking power of YouTube. Okay, so I cut a video about my article. Okay, could be just something something as simple as say you wrote an article about how I'm able to make more money now than I ever have, and I do it in less time than I work a full-time job or something like that. Or no, that's pretty stupid. Just okay, let's just do something about lead generation. Okay, you can write an article about how you learned about a lead generation strategy that you thought was really valuable. So in your video, it'd just be like a 3 to 5 minute video just saying, something like, hey, Scott Zlatev here, and I wanted to cut this quick video because I just wrote a really, really great article on a strategy that I just figured out that's going to bring an extra 10 to 20 leads per day on autopilot for free from the comfort of your own home. Without doing anything new, it's just a different strategy that I just learned. You're going to absolutely love it. So underneath here is a link that goes exactly to this blog post that I just wrote. If you're on my blog post, just go ahead and read it. If you're on YouTube or any of the other video sites that I actually syndicate to, then click on the link down below or to the side wherever you're viewing this right now and go read it. You're going to be absolutely glad that you did. It's going to be a huge increase in your productivity and a lot more money in your pocket. So click now and do that. Okay, something like that. Okay, and you can polish it up, do whatever. But so that's a way to do video. Another thing about videos, this is where I collapsed so much time. Okay, as you're going through your process, as you're doing your stuff, you have you'll have things that you'll notice that comes up quite often, or when you're starting to build a team. When I first started building a team, when I started having followers. Like right now, we actually have an entire team site that has all of my trainings, all of my knowledge, everything that I have ever come up with from the start to finish, from everything, and everything is all provided for everybody who's in my team in one specific offer. We have a complete team site with all the content that I've ever created and multiple other partners of mine has ever created. And we did that because of this concept right here. We wanted to not only be able to leverage our time, but we also knew that a lot of people don't quite have some of the experience and the knowledge that we've had, because we had to struggle a lot. We had to learn a lot. Okay, mine is over 2.5 years of experience. Some of my partners, it exceeds over 6 or 7 years of experience. Okay, so when you talk about that type of level of experience, and we have all of our trainings, I mean, even better than this. This is more kind of a 10,000 square or 10,000 foot view of how I approached my business. But you know, all of our trainings are in a team site that we actually offer to all of our team for free. Where a lot of people either don't have a team site, or they actually charge for people to have access to their team site. Well, we just offer it for free as a bonus, because we get really good commissions. So where was I? So videos. What you do is when there's people, when you start noticing strategies, or you start noticing that there's often problems. Like, see, I have a very good idea on what a lot of people struggle with and what a lot of people question, because when I first came online, I didn't even know what a blog was. I didn't even know there was such thing as an email autoresponder series. I about shit my pants. I was like, you mean I could set up something and it'll automatically email for me? Cool! I didn't know anything, guys. So when I approach my business, it's really easy for me to cut videos from bare bones basic all the way to high advanced, where you're looking at, you know, which solo ad or where to advertise, and, you know, looking at different media buys and what autoresponder series is going to convert the highest, and what capture page is going to convert better than the other one, and doing split tests and all these different things. Okay, so I understand all those things, and that's exactly what I did. Is I started cutting videos, my partner started cutting videos, because we knew that when people came on board, we wanted to invest our time here as much as possible, working around the clock to cut and record and syndicate any videos we've ever done, new videos, walking people through a step-by-step process, so that not only we could be here with freedom, but our whole team could. Okay, now this is a very powerful thing to take home. Okay, so some of your videos are going to be about your articles. So some of them, so there's basically going to be 2 videos that you're going to be doing. Of course, depending on offers, you might have to actually create your own sales video. Okay, we kind of have the luxury of not creating our own sales video. We actually have one of the most badass people to sell in videos do the selling for us, but you might have a person, you know, you might not have somebody or a system or any type of company or an offer that does that for you. If you don't, then you're going to have to split up your time. You're going to have to create different sales videos. Okay, so I'm just going to talk I'll include that. So videos. The 3 different types of videos that you're going to be focusing on is, you're going to be focusing on, number 1, if you don't have an offer that has a really good sales video that converts at least 1 out of 20, 1 out of 50 of people that come through your funnel, of course it depends on your funnel, then you need a sales video. Most offers have them, but a lot of times you got to redo them. Okay, try it out for a while. Try the offers out for a while and see how that offer actually converts. If it doesn't convert very well, then you're probably looking at cutting your own video, and hopefully you know how to sell. I'm just being real, because most people suck at selling. So it's a lot of people really, I didn't, and it's okay, I didn't even know the process of getting people to buy stuff. So the next thing, so you're either going to be cutting, so your sales video obviously comes first. So the next thing is you're going to be cutting videos to attract people. and then the next video is to train people. Okay? And sometimes you can do training videos that are actually geared to attract people. You know, just like this video right now, I'm training you on what I was able to do, and I'm also attracting you to me to want to join whatever it is that I'm doing. You don't even know, and I'm not even telling you, right? That's the art of what we do, and that's what we kind of teach in our team site. So, so these are your two different types of videos, your main videos that you're going to be focusing on. You're going to be talking about your articles, and you're going to be cutting videos, you know, maybe doing a video review instead of an article review, something like that. And you're going to train. Now the training, the beautiful thing about the training is that sets it up so that anybody in your team can leverage off of your success. Okay? They can leverage off your knowledge. And so when you create a system that has, like our team site, everybody who not only, remember I drove this line here, and this line was where we wanted everybody to be, where they're spending less time and making more money. Well, this isn't just for myself and any of the other leaders on my team, okay? This is for everybody. So when we wanted to make it so that, and this is what I encourage you to, how to look at your business, is you want to make it to where if you've got the knowledge and the skill set to provide value and provide every single thing that that person could really need, that doesn't take away from your offer and upsells, but provide them with what they need right now to buy whatever it is that they need right now and get them going and keep them going. Then, and you know, get some mindset stuff in there too, all that stuff. That will increase your sustainability. That will get more people on board with you, because the coolest thing is that doesn't only help you, but that also helps them, because then they can bring their people in and they can get trained too. Okay, so you see how that goes, so that everybody's receiving the same amount. Because what typically happens is you got one person up here who's got, you know, 100% of the knowledge, and then they teach a person here, and this person says, okay, I just got 100% of the knowledge of this person. And then this person down here comes in under this person, and this person gets 50% of the knowledge because they can only retain 50% of what they were taught. So then you go down here, and this person only gets 25%, and then you go all the way down, and pretty soon the person down at the very bottom, he's left out in the cold. Doesn't know what the hell to do, right? So you have to ensure that it gets duplicated down and systematized down so that everybody knows exactly what they're doing, because you're telling them exactly what to do. Okay? You're showing them, you're leading by example. Okay, so that's all done in your training videos. Okay? And that's going to take some time. Okay? That's going to take some time. You know, if you don't already have that, you know, we actually have that available. If you don't have it, create it. You know, or find out if whatever offer you have, find out if they have something that has access to that. Ask your leader, you know, do you have this? You know, if not, why not? You know, next thing is emails. Email. This is critical. You know, we're talking direct response marketing, okay? This is the ability to stand back and be way over here, send out emails, send out videos, send people to presentations, send people to things. There was actually one point in my business where I would actually get on the phone with somebody after they signed up. I get on the phone with somebody and I walk them through a different process, and I noticed about the 10th person I was doing the same exact thing. Okay? Keynote, pay attention here. I was doing the same thing over and over and over. So, that takes time away from my life. But I still want to have that connection with the person. You know what's really powerful? You know, do you see how it just kind of feels like I'm just talking to you right now? Do you feel that kind of, wow, this guy's just, he's just, you know, talking to me. He's not shouting, he's just being real. You know, he's got scruffy hair going on. Actually, if you see this is what my hair, this is why in my other videos, if you notice, I wear a lot of gel, because my hair just kind of gets like this Q-tip type thing going on. Anyway, but you notice how you just feel kind of comfortable with me. It doesn't feel like I'm trying to do anything. I'm just being real with you, right? I'm just talking. Okay? This is the same thing that your people can get from you. And this is something that I learned from my good buddy Dave. How to actually just look to the person and talk to you, just like this, right? You feel comfortable with me, and it's because I feel like I'm talking to you. And so what I did is I actually I figured that, you know, I don't have all the time in the world. Remember, I got 6.5 hours to do what a lot of people did in 18 hours, right? So what I did was, rather than get on the phone with people, I learned that, honestly, for, you know, a lot of it, getting on the phone with people was a complete waste of my time. I like to, but, you know, I love connecting with people, but when I'm running a business, it has to be profitable. And if I'm spending more time on the phone trying to close somebody, it's not worth my time, because the amount of commission structure that I was dealing with. So what I ended up doing was I recorded a video just like this one. You know, it was much less. It wasn't this long, okay? It was a lot less. It was like 10 or 15 minutes. And I just talked with him. I introduced myself to him. I you know, gave him some specific instructions on the different things, what to do next, you know, and not to get on the phone with me. I did a 2-part video. I actually did a video where I was just talking with him, and I told him we were going to go into my computer, and I'm going to show you just some step-by-step things on what you need to do next. Okay, because I want to make sure that you get off to profit and you get your business up as quickly as possible. Because after all, the sooner that you get all this stuff going, the sooner that you buy the things that you need to buy, the sooner I can help you get to the success that you want. Okay, if you want to make $3,000 to $5,000, I can only do that the sooner that you take care of these items. Okay, so take action now and get it done. And then we'd go into my computer and I'd show them. You know, I'd pull up the back office of whatever company it was that I was with, and I would sit there and I'd go, okay, go here, click here, do this, type this out. And don't worry, if you get lost, click pause and watch this video again. Or better yet, one thing that I like to do is I like to pause the video and open up 2 separate windows so that I can push play, watch exactly what to do, press pause, and go do it. See, right there, I just told them to take action. Watch, learn what I did, learn what I said to do, and do it. Learn what I said to do, and do it. Okay? It's not go through this whole thing, try to remember it, and then go do it. It's learn, then do. Learn, then do. Okay, so that's what I did. I walked them through that. Walked them through that whole process. The whole video, you know, it took me, you know, about an hour or 2 to put together. But you know what was the amazing thing? From that one video, I made sale after sale after sale after upsell after upsell after recruiting into my primary company over and over and over and over off of that one video. Okay? Because all I had to do when I received an email that said I just had this person come in, you know, you just got, you know, X amount of commissions, I would take their email and I would send them a follow-up email that was already scripted out, already ready for them, and they would I would send it out, and they'd have to opt in. It would bump them to a new list, which was the follow-up email for that list. Okay, leverage your lists, leverage everything that you have. Okay, spend as little as time on your business as possible. Okay, be in presence of your people, and they'll love you, they'll respect you, and you'll show them exactly what to do and how to build any business that they want to also. Of course, you always want them to be with you, just like, you know, you can join me at any time you want to. You don't have to, okay? But see, when I got this, all I had to do was send out an email. And I just recruited over and over and over because of an email. Okay? It's because of all this stuff. Okay? Collapsing time. Doing in 6.5 hours what most out there are spending 14, 16, 18 hours. Okay? Now this is of course before the things that I do now, because before I didn't have the type of commission structure. Okay? So, emails. Emails are critical. That's just one form of the email, okay? So we covered that. That's one form, and there's so many different things on emails. I'm not even going to get into that part. I mean, that could be a purchased training. You can buy that when I finally decided to do that. You know, of course, we actually offer that for free too, in our team site, and in the company that one of the offers that I promote, we actually offer all that stuff. So, and then the rest of the time is spent syndicating your content, okay? And use automated tools as much as possible. There's quite a few different automated tools I recommend. You know, there's, anymore it's so abundant out there. You know, I use a lot. You know, I'm not going to sit here and name drop a whole bunch. You know, I might choose to include some down below. I didn't, you know, I recommended it to you. You know, that's one thing. I only recommend things that I use and things that work. Okay. So if I think about it and I think, you know, hey, I'll include some different stuff down there. I'll include some different stuff down below, and you know, you can take it for what it's worth, and you can get them if you choose to. Okay. So that kind of wraps up basically what I would do to collapse time, okay? And a lot of it was, you know, it's kind of just really good use of your time. The biggest thing is take action, okay? You got to take action. Buy whatever you need to buy, okay? The biggest thing that I see a lot of people that kind of struggle is they try to barter and get by with stuff that just takes up more of their time. Now I understand if people are strapped for cash. Excuse me. Trust me, I understand if people are strapped with cash, but you know, find creative ways to fund your business. Okay. You know, I spent a lot on credit cards. You know, when I was first going, I mean, I didn't pay some bills. You know, I sold a lot of things. I sold my motorcycle. Okay. There's a lot of things that you can do to fund your business to keep you in the game. All right. Now mine was actually, you know, pretty remarkable because, you know, I used to work a full-time job. Now I don't. Okay. And using these strategies along with a good front-end offer, along with an offer that pays you really good and converts really good, like the offer that we have, you know, that is a type of offer that can get you from here to here a lot faster. Okay. So I tell you what, you know, I have like 5 openings that I said that I was going to actually, I made a commitment to myself for this week and this week only that I was actually going to work with 5 people, okay, 5 people personally. So for the next 5 people that decide to click on the button down below and join in the offer that I have that pays very well, converts very well. You know, you'll also get access to all of our team site. I mean, it's over $10,000 in free bonuses, all the different stuff. You get to use a lot of my techniques, my strategies. You get to kind of almost peek over the shoulder of my business. You get my all of my different sales pages that I do because we actually code them so that all you have to do is just, you know, put in your name, your username at the very end, and you just got a brand new sales page all created. It's pretty damn cool. You know, we've got a lot of stuff. So I'm actually going to be taking 5 more people for this week and this week only. So click down below, join, get started, and you know, I'll see you on the next page if you decide to do that. If you don't, that's cool. At least take this and apply it to your business, whatever it is that you're promoting right now. Use this and apply it. Okay, it works. Okay, I mean, this is what I've been doing. This is how I've been able to produce this type of results with this amount of work. Okay, in the front end, it's going to take a little bit, okay, but it will work, okay. So again, only 5 people. That's it. Only 5 people. Click down below, and you can join, and I'll help you get started, and I'll help you get through this as fast as possible. All right. So this has been Scott Zlatev. Take action now, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.